Okay, so we've got our blocks, got our little vent lines cut in it. Now we're just going to smooth that surface up so there's no little burrs that are sticking up. And if we go gentle with it here, we should be okay as far as flat. Do this on my stomp shear, old Tim Smith 52-inch stomp shear. I don't know if you can see. You can see where they've ran a massive fly cutter over this table. You can see all those marks in it. So this table is probably the flattest thing that I have here. I'm just going to use some Diablo 220 grit, a little quarter sheet. Throw some WD-40 on it. This will take both hands. So here is my trusty camera tripod. A little drill press vise. Works great. Drop that in. Crank the vise in just a little bit so you can maybe see everything. Squirt some WD-40 on that bad boy. I'm going to take it with the side we just cut the grooves. I'm just going to do a couple of figure eights. I'm going to turn it end for end. Do a couple more. Set that one aside, pick up the next one. And we'll wipe it down. And wipe this one down. And that's pretty smooth. Obviously you can't feel that, I can. It's pretty smooth and we still have our vent lines in it. So, next step will be to drill the locating pins. Oh, how well you can see that. Okay, we have the tripod here. There we go. There's a real good look at it. And you can see where I just broke the edge with the file. And the little, burrs that the mill will leave as it comes off of the part. So yeah, this baby's ready for pins and bore a bullet. So we'll pick it up at the locating pins. Okay, so we got the blocks over there in the mill. This is the type of locating pin I'm going to use on these blocks. It's going to be 3/16, so it'll be 0.1875. And I'm going to try the triangular shape for the locating pin. What we'll do is we'll make it a press fit pin and set the other block on top of it, push it in with the press, and that should make it locate perfectly every time. And I think I'll drill all the way through. I just drilled it, part way in on the pin side, so that if there's a problem, we can punch that pin back out of there with that countersunk 82-degree angle countersink style. If we press that in there and there's a problem with it lining up or something, we're pretty much screwed. Can't really get that out of there. So I'll drill this all the way through, so if we can punch it out if we have a problem. Okay, so here's the triangle calculator I used. 82 degree, 49 on the bottom angles. Gives me a depth of 107.85 for the 3/16 depth. Okay, so I've done some new math here. I figured out what I did wrong. I was adding 1.875 twice, which would be 3/8, and that's how I was basing my inset off the pins. So what I did is I took the dimension of the block, 1.1435, left and right. We're gonna cut a 458 bullet out of it. That leaves us 6855 left over. We're gonna minus the center of each pin. 1.875 pin, half times 2 is 1.875. So 0.1875 out of that leaves us 498 of space left over. So we're going to divide that by 4. We're going to have a space on the side of the block, space in between the bullet, space in between the bullet, space in between the block. So 498 divided by 4 equals 1245, which we're just going to do 125. And then we subtract 125 from 1.1435, gives us 1.018. And there again, I kind of rounded the half thousandth out because that's not really critical. We're going to face the sides of this thing off anyway. And if the pin's off by half thousandth from the edge compared with the other edge, it's not going to matter. So let's grab the paper. There's no way I'll remember all this. So the way I got these blocks set up is end to end. So once the centers are drilled, they'll flip over on top of each other. So our first hole is at 1.016, which I am at. And our dimension from the side is 125, which I need to go to. I was at 77, so we're going to go to 125. Right there. Yeah. Okay, 125. That looks a lot better. Okay, then our depth with the triangle was 107. So we're going to go in 107 thousandths on this. And I've switched this, I switched the mill out of the back gears into the front gears. We're going to run it at 1200 RPMs. And turn on our DRO. Go into 107. So there's our first pilot hole right there. Let's loosen the X, and we're going to go to 2.286. 1.286. See how that looks. Calipers at. Yeah, for crying out loud. Where I set my calipers. Gonna be right over here. You just want to verify. Somewhere about there. Yeah, I think we're right. Okay, so we're gonna go to 107 on this one. We've got our two pilots for the two edge locating pins, and we're going to stay at the 2286, and we're going to move over to 1.018. Loosen that side of the table, go to 1018. Oh, too far. There, see if it stays put when I lock the table down. Nope. Just a little bit more. Okay, there we stayed put. We're still at 2286. 2286. 1018. And it looks to be in about the same location. So once again, we're going to go 107. There. And then we're going to go back to 1016. Go past it and then come back up to it, because all my dimensions were going right to left. 1016. And lock the table in, and it stayed put, so we're good. And let's drill